Alright, Libra, let's hop to it. 2026 reading. Oh, don't wake that baby up. Overall energy. Oh, storm fields, number 9. There is going to be a lot of upheavals and shifts for you next year, Libra. Things that you thought had proper foundation and structure will be removed. I'm going to get in the energy of people too that you thought were solid people, people that you thought were stable people, people that you thought were really your people. So yeah, spirit is coming through. The storm is coming, right? It's wild stuff. I'm also getting those who you didn't expect to be there for you will be there. So I'm not sure what that's about. But Libra, the storm is coming. Let's see. There you go. Right, so we're gonna go month by month. 5 of Pentacles, down, straight out the gate. Page of Wands, 4 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, the Hermit, the World, 3 of Swords, King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Emperor. Ooh, the Emperor and the Empress. Ooh, you may be connecting with your person this year. Ooh, Judgment. Well, Knight of Swords is the overall energy for 2026 for you, Libra. So definitely see you in the pursuit of the truth in 2026. I see a lot of soul searching. I see a lot of deep thinking. I see a lot of hurt, pain, transition. I see a lot of big changes. Alright. So the 5 of Pentacles for January. Oh, Jesus. Damn, Libra. There's some heavy old energy I'm tapping into. Emotionally, you may be having a hard time coping. I see you in a very single, independent energy. 5 of Pentacles, you're feeling left out in the cold in January. There may be some lessons that you need to learn that you're refusing to learn. I see you feeling emotionally overwhelmed in January. It's like something feels like it's too much. I'm really drawn to the way this girl is holding this paper, so you may be receiving some sort of news, a document, something, a message, something you're going to be receiving in January, Libra, that is going to have you in a I can't cope, I can't deal, I can't. Ooh. Page of Wands, February. I see you communicating with someone. Oh. Either you're going back to someone or someone is coming back to you. You may not be able to find peace without this person, or this person may not be able to find peace without you. I see a conversation being had in February and someone is like coming back to something or someone. Queen of Wands here. So this is someone you're attractive to. This is someone that's very strong, very brave, very energetic. Could be you. They could be a little grumpy from time to time or a little moody from time to time. Could be you, could be them. There's a conversation with this person and I see like someone revisiting and going back, something emotionally revisiting and going back. Something about a cat, black cat energy. Ooh, in March. The 6th of March could be important. Again, this is going back to something or going back to someone. 4 of Swords. You're thinking about something. You're thinking about a decision you made in the past. I see you stressed out in March. You're thinking about a relationship. You're thinking about your childhood. You're thinking about a decision that you made with in regards to a relationship. The judgment is in reverse. It keeps showing up. I don't know. You may be wishing you could turn back the time and do something differently. I'm getting a very regretful energy. Let's see, April. Four of Swords again. You're making a decision in April. You're finally starting to learn something new or different. You could be getting an offer or giving an offer in April. It's very stable with the Ace of Pentacles, so it has a lot of potential. This could have been something that kept you up at night, or this was a decision that you needed to make for some time and you didn't want to make it or want to acknowledge it until you felt as if the timing was right. All right. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh. Dang, Libra, my head scratching me with all of this. You got the Empress, so your energy is coming out here towards Libra energy. The 3rd of May. The 3rd of May and the 6th of March, those are the only dates we have so far. But I definitely see you like going back to something. And it's because of regret, it's because of something coming out. You could be going back to someone, or I'm getting like someone, I keep getting like a reverse. Like you going back to someone or someone going back to you because you're seeing things differently. I'm getting a oh my gosh moment. I'm getting a I shouldn't have done that moment. I don't know. Either you pushed someone too far or someone pushed you too far. Someone that you thought was deceptive, you're finding out they weren't deceptive. You're finding out this person was like, could have been your ideal match. Finna look all around. F-O-F-O. Ooh. You got regret here, confessing. Someone's gonna be confessing to you, Libra, or you to somebody. I don't know, but somebody messed up. Ooh, the Hermit. Soul searching, self-reflection, introspection. What is up with all the air signs and avoiding the trauma? The more you try to avoid something, the worse it's gonna be. You could have been avoiding seeing the truth about something, and it's like you can't anymore because everything. Libra, what the hell? Ooh, you could have been resisting change, and now you gotta change. You don't have a choice anymore. Because this is like you. Spirit is like, I'll mash it up. Warm feels. Everything. 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 You could have been called to change your transition a couple of times. Spirit could have even sent in a person to help you change. This person could have been very loyal, very stable, very assured. And Libra, you just was like, F you. So Spirit was like, okay, I'm gonna move this person out the way and then I'm gonna deal with you. That's horrible. I don't mean to laugh. That's the vibe I'm getting. It's like it's like you've been trying to put something off and like it has to happen because there's something that you just don't have knowledge or like you don't want to have knowledge or information. I'm getting a sense of you don't want to acknowledge something. You're being called to go within with the Hermit and do a lot of self-reflection, and you don't want to do it. You're being called to isolate yourself and be alone. And you just don't want to do it. So Spirit is gonna make it happen where you have no choice but to be alone and think about what you did. That's judgment. Tell me about the world. If this isn't you, this is someone else. Alright. The 8th of July could be important. You may be getting to it. I don't know, you're finally having the strength to close out a cycle. You're finally having the strength to start something new. You're finally having the strength to acknowledge everything that has happened and walk away from something that you may have been holding on to. Libras hold grudges a lot. It's not healthy. So this could be a grudge that you've been holding. And Spirit is like, nah, you need to release this. You need to let this go. And you just kept holding on to it. So Spirit is like, all right, okay. You don't want to let it go? Fine. Be that way. Yeah, 5 of Swords is like defeat. It's like you don't have a choice but to just something about pride, bro. The strength is also about being very prideful. So you could be very prideful, but it's like you're coming out of that energy. See, August. Oh, oh. 3 of Swords. You're hurting in August because someone you have conflict with block you, or someone you have conflict with, or like an argument or a disagreement. This person is standing up to you. This person is telling you no. You want a relationship with this person. You want to connect with this person, and they ain't giving you time. They're like, stay away from me. Either this or vice versa, but the 3 of Swords is for you. So you and your feelings, you hurting because someone's telling you no. You could have been very defensive with this person. You could have been very standoffish with this person. You could have been very aggressive with this person. And it's like, no, you may want to come back and make amends. And they're like, no, I don't want it. Leave me alone. Child, what the hell is going on here? No is no. Somebody you fighting with, you don't want to fight with this person. You want to connect with this person. You may even need this person's help. Or this person could have been very helpful towards you, and it's like you're trying to reach out towards them and they ain't giving you the time of day. It's like you need them the most right now, and they're like, piss on you. You could eat a full fresh one. Eek. August, September. Oh, now you start seeing things clearly. Hello. So you don't start releasing what you need to release until September. That is crazy. You're seeing things differently. You're starting over. You're letting go. You're seeing, yeah. You're getting a lot of clarity. You're really realizing that you made a lot of poor choices. So you may be in the King of Pentacles energy. You may have everything you need again. But you're realizing that you could have been holding on to something that you could have been a lot further. You could have had more accomplished if you just let it go. So you don't really start letting go until someone you're trying to connect with doesn't want to connect with you. There's healing in October. The 17th of October could be important. There's a lot of healing in October for you, Libra. But, and I'll say but, there's also emotional gesture or a romantic offer. Or it's like you following your heart. But you can't get very far. You may be trying to move, so you might move to a different place in October. And you may want someone to move with you. I don't know, you may try to ask someone to move with you somewhere. Or you may move away for a short time, or you may travel, be abroad for a short time. Come here, rehab? What? November? What the hell? Clarifying the Emperor is the Emperor. I can't even. Three of Swords is at the back of the deck. Toxic. Very stubborn and defensive energy here. In November, you're going to be sitting in your power. This could be you. This could be someone that's a father figure. Or this just could be someone that's very stubborn. You're not getting any, like, good news. Or you're now standing in your Emperor energy because you're realizing being stubborn and defensive and trying to assert your dominance over people is not working. Or it's not going to work. You're not going to get what you want to get by being overly aggressive. Or undisciplined or no morals, basically. I don't know, whatever journey it is you may take in October, it's gonna like open your eyes because you may have to take that journey alone. It may be like a small little self-discovery. It'll be like a little 3-day, 4-day self-discovery journey. The 4th of November could be important. The 20th of December could be important. Alright. The 11th of December could also be important. You got the Justice in reverse and the Two of Cups. So, Libra, you're here. You're not going to get what you want out of a relationship or a partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be. But what you're looking for, you're not going to get it because you're getting what you get. Some sort of relationship that you may want. You may want it to spin the block, or whoever this could be, this person, someone towards you that want to spin. No, this is you. You want to spin the block? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna work out in your favor. And it could be because when you did have this person, you could have done things knowingly or unknowingly to this person that just didn't work out. I'm hearing a lack of apology. I'm also hearing dishonest. You could have been very dishonest with this person. It was just toxic. A lot of codependent attachment and ties. Like, God's not gonna let this come. Like, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, it's not happening. They ain't gonna give it. They're not gonna give it a second chance because it's not fair to the other person. Just because you want something doesn't mean you can get it. That's not how it works. You may want a second chance with this person, but are you gonna do right by them the second time? Oh. Stubborn is the energy of 2026 for you. This reading is so heavy. Knight of Swords. So you have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. So you have a lot of foundations or privileges, but it's like you're not mature. You're not emotionally mature, and you don't know where you're going or what you're doing. That's what the Knight of Swords is. It's like you're trying to find the truth. You're trying to find answers to know where to go and what to do. You're just playing it by ear. Meanwhile, you got a whole tornado in your life happening because there's things that you need to do that you're not doing. There's stuff that you need to address that you're not addressing. And there's people that you need to apologize to that you haven't. You can't just do whatever you want and expect not to receive consequences. Something about a child here as well as a parent. So, don't know. But I'm going to put the cards together. I'm not sure. Again, take what resonates, leave what does not. But there's some sort of dynamic that I keep getting where you're looking for answers when you have them. You know the answer, you just don't want to do it. Alright. Let's get into the oracle. Moves in silence. In their head, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. I can't make this stuff out. Or sir. Forces things on you, forces their way, and uses force to get what they want. Yeah. This could be you, this could be their person, someone that's quiet. Maybe you tried to force yourself on someone that's quiet and you don't know what they're doing. You could have this person stressed out by trying to force stuff on them, or vice versa. You could be quiet because someone is stressed out and wondering what you're doing and what you're getting into. So they could be using force to try and invade your space. Groupie. You may think this person is a groupie, or this person could think you're a groupie. Maybe people you hang around, maybe you... Now listen, when I get a vibe, I ride that wave. I'm getting two scenarios here. There's someone that's very quiet to themselves. They're always in their head, little astronaut. You could have forced your way of life onto them, or you could have tried to force, or you could have tried to force them to be a groupie, or you want them to be a groupie, or you wanted them to like do what you want them to do, not have a mind of their own, or vice versa. Someone was trying to force you to bend to their will, and it's not working. Now they're stressed. So it could be you stressed, or it could be them. Whoever's stressed, they're the one in the wrong. They could have a lot of people trying to gain favor around them or use them for things. Opportunists, right? For move in silence, you have inner circle. Are you being excluded from the inner circle? So someone could have completely cut themselves out of something. And with this being here, it justifies what I was saying earlier, where it's like you're feeling January, you're gonna feel left out in the cold. You're feeling cut, like someone's cutting you out. You're thinking you're apart, you're not. Thinking they're your friends, they're not. Ooh, bad influence. Someone is having a negative influence on your life. Someone could have cut you out because you're bad vibes. Whoever's in their head, whoever got cut out, they weren't good for the other person. So whoever you cut out because they were having a negative influence, or vice versa, whoever cut who off, they're stressed. Crossing paths, a destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. So someone that you tried to force your habits on, or your way of life on, or try to get them to do something they wasn't comfortable doing. Someone who told you no, you're gonna be crossing paths with this person. There's someone who you told no, you're gonna be crossing paths with them. I'm getting an empath narcissistic paradigm. This kid is highly irritated. Like, how dare you cut me out? What the hell? You have clearing the air, clearing up misunderstandings through communication. So there's gonna be a conversation. People are gonna say how they feel, but I'm getting like someone isn't gonna believe the other person. They're gonna be like, "Ah, you goofy. You just wanna say whatever it is you think I want to hear to get what you want to get." I don't blame them. I don't blame them. You have main male, mature woman, gift, and poverty. Ooh, that's diabolical. I heard someone's gift is gonna be poverty. I am deceased. 1, 6, 17, and 37 could be important. You could be the main male if you're. You could be the main male or the older woman, mature woman. Doesn't have to be. But there's gonna be a gift. I'm getting a guy giving the older lady a gift. I'm also getting the gift of a conversation or advice. So someone may be getting advice from an older, more mature woman, someone who has sense. Okay. But hearing the gift of you getting the gift of poverty is wild. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, but that's crazy. Or somebody may be going through some sort of. The poverty doesn't have to be like poor. It could be like a mindset. Poverty is a mindset, actually. Someone's in a survival mode. They can't get out of it. They're constantly feeling like the world is against them. They have to steal, they have to lie, they have to manipulate to get whatever it is they want or to go wherever it is they need to go, and they don't need to do that. All they need to do is just live life authentically, to be honest. But whatever. So yeah, this is something about travel, vacation, honeymoon, enjoyment, family, origin, soul family groups. So this main male and this mature woman could be family, or you could have a family with this person. You could have kids with this person. You may want to travel with them, or you have karma, toxic story, new opportunities. So you could be getting karma for something you did. Karma is always something you did. You nobody care what you didn't do, what you did. What did I just say? Children. Childlike innocence and fun. Okay, something you did to your child's mother, your child's father. Karma. Or you could have like a very toxic situation with your co-parent or your whatever. Oh, that's a red flag. Or it could be a woman and her son, maybe you and your mom. That could be a toxic tie. I'm getting someone's mother who always gave them like gifts. They gave them like nice things, but they didn't really give them what they needed. They gave them what they thought what they wanted, not what they needed. That's sad. Well, we had material things. My intuition is on point tonight. I just said that. Like nice things. So this could be someone who's very materialistic. They feel like if they drive a nice car, if they wear like the latest designer clothes, they're thinking that that means something. No one cares. So many things remind me of you. I wonder if you're happy without me. 1000%. So this could be you wondering, or this could be someone else. I'm getting like it goes either way. Okay. The world stops when I'm in your arms. Being with you brings someone immense joy. None of their problems matter. None of the noise in the world can affect them as long as they get to be held by you. That's exactly what I was getting. I think that was in March where the Lovers came out. Very childlike energy. Hmm. Oh, there you go. I'm just gonna put that there. You can pause it and read it. I'm not reading that. Then you have your love feeds my soul. You light up their life. The mere idea that you might love them lifts their spirit and brightens their moment. Being loved by you is a gift. They know it and they want nothing more than to return the favor tenfold. Someone is someone is in their element with you. I don't know. I don't know. You have peacock, beware of great pride. That's exactly what I was picking up on. Someone got like a serious pride problem here. You have pig, beware of greed. What is this? 7 deadly sins? Ink pot, problems to be resolved. I can't make this stuff up. I didn't even see these cards. Like there's things you need to address that you're not addressing. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So you could be the dark male, or you could be dealing with the dark male, or there's unresolved issues with the dark male. You have flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards. And you have ego, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So, Libra, you will be triumphant. You know, you don't need to lower your standards, but you don't need to be annoying. And you don't need to be inconsiderate and prideful and greedy. You don't need to be that either. Try to have a healthy balance. Isn't Libra the sign of scales? Why are we so unbalanced here? Balance your scales, please. But Libra, this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching. 2026 seems like it's going to be a very emotional year for you, so try to regulate your emotions accordingly and deal with whatever it is you feel needs to be dealt with. But enjoy the rest of your time. Peace and blessings to you. Bye. Bye.